Hello from the United States. I'm Tim Rogers, Marketing Manager at Sany America. We're coming to you live from the United States. Hello over there in China. I hope you're having a great show at Bama, China. I'm sure you are. We're going to show you around our facility here in the United States. As you can see, we have a beautiful facility. It's a 400,000 square foot building. And I know that probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense to most of you. So I looked up a few things so I can give you dimensions you'll understand. 400,000 square feet actually is 37,161 square meters. So that's our facility, and it's absolutely gorgeous. We sit on 228 acres out here. Show them around a little bit out here. So we have a lot of room for expansion. And once again, 228 acres is 92.25 hectares. So it's a large facility, and we have a lot of plans to grow in the United States and North America. So the facility is actually located in Peachtree City, Georgia, which is very close to Atlanta, Georgia. I'm sure nobody's heard of Peachtree City, Georgia, but Atlanta, Georgia is probably something everybody's heard of. From the Atlanta Olympics in 1996, and probably you've heard of Coca-Cola. Atlanta is the home of Coca-Cola. We're very close to them. We're actually a suburb of Atlanta. We're about 45 minutes south of the airport. And the reason this community was built is actually for all the airline pilots for that airport. They all wanted to move down to a nice little part of town, and that's how this community was built. So come along, and I'll go ahead and we'll show you inside and show you what we got going on inside at Sany America. Okay, here we are getting close to the building. As you can see, it's got some incredible architecture. As a matter of fact, this building is so well liked in the United States that the movie companies often use this building to film movies in. One of the most recent movies that came out, it's in theaters right now, it's called Keeping Up with the Joneses. But a lot of the big time action figure movies like Captain America have been filmed here also. Come along, we'll go ahead and go inside. You're back. So this is it. This is our lobby at Sany America. Have a look around. As you can see, the architecture is still awesome when you get inside here. We have 3 stories of office space. A lot of we have some executive meeting rooms on the lower level. We have training facilities over here. We have our executive conference room where we do video conferencing back to China is over here. On the 2nd level and the 3rd level, it's all office space. So that's where the real work gets done up there. And we'll go up there in a little bit, but first let's go over here and I'll show you our video conference system. Go ahead. Every Sany facility around the world has a room like this, and we're all able to communicate with each other with video conference. There's not one going on right now, but there usually is, and it's I guess the reason is because everybody's at bomb with China right now. So we'll sit in here and we're able to communicate with any facility around the world, including the chairman. Let's go up the stairs. So have a look in there and you'll be able to see this is some of the workers in the United States. We do everything from sales to service, parts departments right there. Come on back out. We'll talk a little bit from over here. All right, so you've seen the lobby, you've seen our conference rooms, you've seen the people getting the work done around here. Now let's go out back and see what's going on. Come on. So, this is sort of a highlight wall. When we bring customers in, we like to show them all the exciting stuff that's going on around the country. We used to sponsor Dave Blaney, who's a NASCAR driver. And we have models of our equipment, photography from some of the job sites around the world. And down at the end, we also show all the equipment that Sany makes in their entire lineup, not just what we make in the United States. So come on outside. So there it is. There's 360,000 square feet of floor space on the ground out here. Right now it is packed full of machines, and we have a full line of excavators, we have motor graders, we have wheel loaders, we have in the port line we have empty container handlers, we have reach stackers, we have heavy forklifts, and in cranes we do rough terrain cranes and crawler cranes. We have all of that right here in the United States, and we're adding new product lines every day. So come on over and let's look at a few of them. Okay, let's look at an empty container handler first. For anybody that's familiar with empty container handlers, they probably realize that this is not complete. Actually, we have to keep them inside the building until they're ready to be sold, halfway built, because the big forklift section that's normally right here is too tall to get inside the doors. So we keep them separated until they get delivered. But just to give you some idea on the size of these things, here's what it looks like with me up here. All right. So the port business is doing really well in the United States. It's new, it's exciting, and our customers are very happy so far. We have a couple of major high-profile ports, inland ports, that have recently acquired reach stackers. That's not this, but reach stackers, and they're actually interested in the biggest reach stacker we make. And one of the reasons they like it is because it's big enough to reach all the way over to the second line of railroad cars and pick up 45 tons and lift it off that train. And our competition has a lot of trouble with that. So let's go on down. Just follow me for a second, we'll go on down. We have the SY 215s on my left, and 235s, and these are the long reach 235s on my right. Here's the normal 235 with a normal sized boom and stick. And this all the way down, about halfway down at least, is 215s. Let's climb over and go see these over here. Do you fit through here? Come on. Come. This one right here is our SY365 excavator. It was, up until this year, it was the biggest machine we sold in the United States. And we're very proud of this machine. It's selling great in the United States and North America. And I can tell by looking at it, this is a Tier 4F machine. And that is very important in the United States to be EPA compliant. So I got a bigger machine to show you later, but up until just a few months ago, this used to be it. So here's our SY365 from the front. It's a beautiful machine. It's a beast. It's bulletproof. Our customers absolutely love it. And just get an idea of the scale of this machine, because I'm going to go do the same thing with our new SY500 outside, and you can see how big it is. I used to think this one was big. As you can see, we're getting down into crane land. Where we keep all of our RT cranes. This is our SRC 885, which is a 85-ton RT crane. This is the largest RT crane that Sany America sells right now. It is a beast of a machine, and we see it in action around here a lot because we use these to build some of our other machines. Down here you'll see our 865, just a little bit smaller. That's a 65-ton machine. And spin around and you'll get to see one of our newer models. This is our new motor grader for this year. It's been an exciting year for Sany America. We've actually introduced a couple of new excavators, but we've also introduced a complete new line, which is motor graders, and another new line, the wheel loaders, which you'll see outside. This is our SMG 200. It's been sold around the world for a few years, but now we finally have it in the United States. It's doing really well. Okay. And we might as well talk about our little SY16. This is the smallest machine that Sany makes right now and sells in the United States. This is used for plumbing contractors and electrical contractors. This is the kind of thing in the United States you see a guy with a big truck and a trailer driving around, and he goes to people's homes and digs ditches and puts septic tanks in the ground for their plumbing systems. They're very popular in the United States. In some ways, these small machines have really changed construction, and because of that, we're selling a lot of them. All right. Over in this area, you get to see our paint booth, as well as a maintenance area here, where we're prepping machines to deliver to customers. You never know what you're going to find right in this area, because this is kind of where the last few things happen before we send them out the door. If you look down to the right, this is where you'll see the Sany America assembly line. And this assembly line looks different every week. Depending on what machines we get in, shipments in, they might be assembling motor graders one day, they might be assembling excavators the next day, they might be assembling RT cranes. So this assembly line has to be very flexible. And as you can see, we have all the flexibility we need with our gantry cranes overhead and a long line of assembly going on down here. You can see that they start coming out of crates at the very end where the trucks drop them off, and they work their way down, and by the time they get to the end, we have a fully assembled piece of equipment. It's always fun coming out here to see what they're going to be working on next. All right, let's go outside. One of the last things we do right before we ship them out is they get washed. This one just got done getting hosed down. It'll be going on a truck soon. Now, let's talk about the wheel loader. This is actually the SW405K wheel loader. It's brand new to the United States and North America. It's got a 4-yard bucket. It's got a Deutz engine. And it is very exciting for us to finally have a wheel loader in the United States. Our customers are very excited. The dealers are just chomping at the bit to start selling these things. This one happens to be a prototype. We will start receiving the actual shipments very soon. We've been out, as you can see, this one's been out in the mud getting put through the paces. All right, let's go over here and look at it. The SY500. As you can see, we had this one out in the dirt. We were testing the machine because they're pretty new to us, and we're seeing what it's capable of. Look at the size of this thing. It's 50 tons, and it is a strong machine. So we've received our first 7 this month in the United States, and we're already shipping them out to customers, and we have more coming over right away. Well, here's one with a bucket on it. You get a feel for how big they are. Here's me in the bucket. All right, we're real excited about the SY500, as you can see. Okay, get a look at the back of the building. It's another one of those places where you never know what's going to be going on. We do a lot of crawler crane work down here to the right. We receive shipments over here to the left. And sometimes, if we get a lot of shipments in all at the same time, there's a bunch of machines lined up here. Oh yeah, we're also right at the end of a small municipal airport. Right behind those trees over there is a runway. Remember I was talking about those airline pilots earlier? Well, when those airline pilots moved down to Peachtree City, Georgia, they all retired eventually, and now they have their little planes and they fly them around all the time. It's a very busy airport, but it's pretty exciting to be able to see what's going to fly over every day. Hey Robert.
Hey,
how's it going?
All right, pretty good.
Good to see you. What you doing today?
Washing the machine, getting it ready to get shipped out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got going on with your timer? You timing yourself?
Timing? Now this is when I do a PDI, pre-delivery inspection.
Oh yeah.
I go in the machine, make sure everything, check all the oils and make sure everything's working.
Okay, so you don't have to time yourself when you're washing,
No,
huh?
not that, no.
I wonder how fast you could do it.
Probably an hour.
At 1 hour? Okay.
Yeah. I'm probably
awesome.
gonna do it faster.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, good talking to you. Thanks a lot, man.
All right, thanks.
All right. This is where we're storing a few of our crawler cranes. As you can see, this is our SCC 8200. It's a 200-ton crane, and one of the things that I absolutely love about these cranes is that cab. That's a Porsche designed cab. I'm sure you're seeing them all around you over there at Bama, China, but it's absolutely awesome. You can tell that it was designed by a sports car designer. I'll give you an idea of what kind of size we're looking at here. This is it. There we go. Now it looks better. All right, down here is where it starts to be our parts department. Some of this stuff, like counterweights for the back of excavators, these are lined up being ready for assembly. But as we get closer down toward this end, it starts to be our parts warehouse. You can see we have buckets. We're very excited in the United States to have Sany buckets. They're custom designed just for our market. As you can see, the shape, if you're very familiar with bucket design, you'll see that that curve is a little different in the United States than it is what you might be used to. Every country might be a little bit different. In the United States, the way our operators dig, they require a curved bucket on the bottom. So we finally have a Sany version. As you can see in front of me, this is Sany America's parts warehouse. We have a very organized parts department with color-coded bins, and we're able to stock parts for every machine that we sell in the United States currently. It's very important in the United States to have quick access to parts. One of the most important things to keep customers happy is to make sure that their equipment doesn't stay down on the job too long. So the more parts we keep in stock, the happier our customers are. All right, I think we've pretty much covered the interior of Sany America. I have a couple more things I'd like to show you outside, show you our test facility. Come on. We're out here in the dirt. It's very important that we have some dirt out here so we can test our equipment. It's also a great place for us to give our customers and our dealers a place to test our equipment. The machines we have out here today, so we have our long reach. I know you can't get that whole thing in one frame. These long reach machines are used for a variety of different operations. What we see them a lot of times is for cleaning out ditches, and if we have a big rainstorm, sometimes they'll send one of these down in a spillway to clean up a mess. That happens a lot of times on a construction site. It's a very, very useful tool to have, and it takes a really skilled operator to be able to run that long stick. So we have another exciting machine over here to show you. It's the SY 265, also brand new to the United States this year. It's a 26-ton class machine, and it is it's just the right size for so many of our customers. Look around back and you'll be able to see the new industrial design on the back end. We're very proud of that. I'm sure you're seeing those all around you right now in the booth. But this machine just fits a great sweet spot. It used to be our 215 in the United States, and we see the 265 also filling a lot of that same market. You can see over here we got the 365. We have a motor grader out here. We always try to keep a pile of dirt out here for somebody to go over and scoop up with the wheel loader. And behind that, we always keep piles of drain culverts and pipe, so somebody can take the wheel loader, put the forks on, and get in there and test out the fork capability. We're really fortunate to have all this land to play with. I know that someday we'll start building more buildings out here, and we probably won't have this much land, but it sure is a real joy to have it right now. So that's Sany America. I hope you all have enjoyed the tour, and I sure have enjoyed being here with you at Bauma too. Have a great show, and come see us at Con Expo in the United States in Las Vegas in 2017. Thanks.